Well, hello there, I'm Kevin V, and today I thought I'd do something a little bit different. Over at ShowEngine.com, Tubby and I run a podcast called Controlled Chaos. You can also find it on iTunes and probably many other podcast applications, especially with an iTunes search. And I thought I'd actually bring the podcast over to YouTube. But instead of bringing it in its entirety, I thought I'd actually bring some highlights, some good points, about 5 minutes of the podcast in general. And that way you can listen to it and then decide whether to listen to the podcast in its entirety or just get on with your day and enjoy the entertainment. So here's something I like to call 5-minute chaos from our latest episode, I believe episode 10. And I'll see you guys maybe on the podcast. Enjoy!
It's kind of cool to see stuff like Daredevil and characters like Daredevil and Jessica Jones now. You know, probably not widely known in comparison to like the freaking Avengers and whatnot, to mainstream.
Compared to Spider-Man, Iron Man, Captain America, not a lot of people hear of Daredevil.
Yeah, like the last time we've seen a Daredevil, was the movie, which wasn't so great.
We don't speak of that movie. We don't speak of that movie.
I find it wasn't that terrible. I actually kind of liked it.
I wasn't a big fan. I watched it when I was young though. I wasn't a really big fan of it.
Yeah, well, I didn't hate it as much. I liked it okay. I liked the Electro movie a little bit more, just looking at tits. But but
hey,
it wasn't
that's
too bad.
Tubby's
But
thing.
yeah, but characters in general, where you've only seen them with Daredevil in like one movie, and now having a show on Netflix is kind of cool, and it's also very good. And then something like Jessica Jones, a character who, again, you probably don't widely know about until the show.
You would know more about her being Luke Cage's wife than actual her.
Yeah. And now you get to see sort of that origin and her, and now people may want to read up on her more or whatever, depending on how the show went for them.
Mm-hmm.
And for us, it's really good. It was really nice, and it's kind of cool to see.
Really good actor choice. I love that they had David Tennant as Kilgrave.
Yes, David.
He has always been. You know him from Doctor Who.
Yep.
I know him from the Harry Potter franchise.
Yes. And 9 times out of 10, I bet you a lot of people will tell you they know him from the Doctor Who franchise.
Oh yeah, no doubt that the Whovians will be like all over he's from Doctor Who, but I'm not a big Who fan. I've only seen like 1 or 2 episodes in my life.
Oh yeah, but yeah, it's very good indeed. Again, like when we were first introduced to the character, at first, of course, the couple episodes you don't ever really see him yet. You hear about him.
I heard his voice, and I'm like, you gotta be kidding me.
And I heard his voice, and again, I was like, what? I recognize that shit. I'm like, where did I? And immediately when they fucking showed his face, I just started laughing my ass off.
It was perfect. It was perfect. He fit that role perfectly.
Oh yeah, it worked so well as the Purple Man, Kilgrave. Yeah. It's just, I remember it was so perfect, and I'd mentioned it already before. Who knows in the future? But I'd watched fucking Terminator Genesis before, and that had Matt Smith as Skynet in it, and then David Tennant is a fucking villain in this film, in this show. I'm like, wow, the fucking doctors are becoming villains. Like, kind of cool actor choices, especially for North American releases too. Like, it's very interesting.
Yeah, perfect actor choice for all this. I really like the actor they chose for Luke Cage as well. Oh, yeah. He really fit that role.
Oh yeah, he really fit. He looked like Luke. Yeah, looked like Luke. He talked like Luke. He seemed like.
He's got to be Luke.
He was Luke. Even though the other portrayals of Luke I've seen are from video games, but still, it fit well. He did fit well for the character and what they were trying to portray with him. So in general, yeah, I really enjoyed the show. It was a very good take on it. And it makes you curious with this character like Jessica Jones not being as widely known, at least for me. And
what's Marvel got in store?
What's next? You'll definitely probably see a crossover with Daredevil maybe in this next season. They already kind of used the nurse.
Yeah, they made a hint at that in the end. I'm not going to give any spoilers to anyone. I'm going to let you in. But they do make a reference to Daredevil. And if you look at the towns, they both live in Hell's Kitchen.
Well, yeah. So there probably will be something in season 2 of Daredevil of some point in that. And it'll be kind of nice to see that, how that goes, and see if that does happen. Probably will, and it'd be kind of cool. But no, just for Jessica Jones too, for its season 2 eventually. Hope what kind of villains would we see her face, right? Because what are her villains? I
Yeah.
only know a handful of like Daredevil villains alone now, but hers, like, what other villains does she actually have? So.
Well, yeah, because no one knows much about her.
Yeah, no. But so we'll see how that goes, and see how the next season of Daredevil goes. That'll be the next Marvel Netflix thing coming next year.
Yeah.
Beforehand.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
That'll be something I'll probably binge out again.
Same here.
It's always like you start something and you're always ahead of me and you show me it.
Yeah.
And then I end up binging it and I end up finishing it before you. It happens every time.
It's because I like to pace myself and keep things going and piece it, together.
And me, I'm just like, I need to know more.